Almost a year ago, it seemed an impossible dream that such a game could be marketed around here. Today things have changed and that dream is a reality. J-Star Victory vs. Plus is a tribute to more than 45 years of epic battles between the dearest heroes and villains of the Shonen Jump magazine. With a proposal like this, it's impossible to create a formula for disaster, isn't it? Let's look at this great bet to bring this game to our hands. First of all, we should clarify that there is no justification to explain why all the universe of Jump link into one. Something really disappointing, because we can imagine by ourselves a variety of ways that this can happen to our favorite heroes to meet each other. Everything happens in the J-World, in which has been held a wrestling tournament in teams, and apparently the winner can ask all his wishes to become true. The story is more an excuse to do something really interesting. The most probable thing is that you reach a point when you forget that it exists, and you will be going around looking for more things to do. You will feel more attracted to fulfill secondary missions to interact with the characters that start the game. Because this game has a huge number of guest characters that will make you a big smile if you recognize all of them. As we mentioned, battles are in 3D, which sets apart from other games because you will have complete freedom movement of the character and the camera. The fights are made up of 2 fighters and an assistant that can be called from time to time. These 4 characters will fight each other until one of them manages to defeat his opponent. If you do that, it will add a point to your team, and the first team to get 3 points wins. If you don't like the idea of working in teams, then you are in a big trouble, because the soul of the game is based on these fights 2 versus 2, but can be made matches 1 versus 1. The fact is, they are not as fun as the regular matches, because they are much longer and you can get tired of them very quickly. There is no possibility of changing the rules to make them shorter, so you will be forced to play with company most of the time. Variety in a fighting game is really important, and J-Star does a great job to give us a game full of unique characters. You will resist a little to believe, but here clones do not exist. There may be characters with a similar power to others, but every single character has something that makes them unique. In total, we have at our disposal 52 characters to form our teams, 39 playable characters, and the rest can be only assistants. A feature that extends the option to play is the system of cards that includes: when you play by whatever reason, you get points that you can spend in the game store. Among the things you can buy are coins to slot machines that give you cards. These cards slightly modify statistics of strength, speed, endurance, among others. The changes are minimal and do not break the game, but it's worth enough if you are interested in getting deeper into the combat system. We had the chance to play the original Japanese version, so we can talk about the few but important additions and improvements. To begin with, this version has an arcade mode. There are 2 reasons to consider it outstanding. The first one is that it gives you several options to fight, and in each one of them the artificial intelligence will react differently. Also, the difficulty of these kind of fights is considerably higher than the other fights that you will face in other modes. Unfortunately, the graphic settings remain short, because it was made a version for PlayStation 4 apart from the PS3 and Vita, but there are a few improvements. There is more contrast in colors than in the original, in addition to eliminating many sawtooth in scenarios and some characters. Still, the fairly deplorable texture work is noticed. Very few things look as good as the anime drawings and some effects of light and water. It was expected more from this release, because even for the PS3 is inferior to other games of the same kind, and we really appreciate is the fluency of the game. The original got slowed if suddenly many things happen on the screen. All that was correct, at least in the version of PlayStation 4, which is the one we test. It feels wonderful to watch it run like butter at 60 frames per second, and not a single time the game slowed down in any match. Our recommendation is that if you can, get this version. The best sound elements are the voice acting. All the characters are played by the original actor, and showing how extremely important it is to give that spirit of enthusiasm when you see any of the fights of any of the series. We cannot say the same thing for the music that has very encountered results. There are excellent songs like the theme at the opening, and also really boring and unfunny like the Medaka one. Not to say that the number is very low for a fighting game. The good part is that you can add your own background music directly from your library, so you can use your favorite anime songs if the songs from the game don't convince you. If you want to meet all the characters the game has, it features a library where you can read the summary of all the series, besides appreciating the models of all the characters and listen to their dialogues. This section of the game can be very simple for you and loved for other players, but it will be appreciated for those fans who want to keep having fun out of the game and enjoy the series that made history in the Japanese animation. J-Star Victory vs. Plus is not the best fighting game that exists, but it's much better than it seemed at first sight. It's a real tribute to all those years of fun that all of us have enjoyed with our favorite series on our TV or computer. It has a huge amount of content, and replay value is so large that the investment you make for this game worth every penny. If you like anime and you want a title in which you can have hours of fun, don't think twice. This game was made for you. We hope you have enjoyed. Like it, comment it, subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, visit crossover.com.mx for the full written review, follow us in our social networks, and of course, keep playing!